NKCS Art. Alright, if you're doing your still life in sections, like if you've done your pattern first, you can always go back in and choose the 3 lines, open the gallery, and open up your pattern picture for your tablecloth. To finish your still life, on top of the tablecloth, you're going to want to add another layer by putting that plus sign up there. Make sure that blue line is not around the pattern page, but around the blank page, because that's the page you're going to want to draw on. Think about your favorite food, and that's what you're going to add to your still life. In my still life, I'm going to add a plate for my food on my picnic blanket, and I'm going to go up to the shape tool and pick the circle. When I come down to the picnic table, I'm going to go ahead and drag my circle out, and if you notice, it looks like a watercolor painting. That's because I'm on my watercolor brush. I'm not wanting watercolor right now because I'm going to fill this in with paint later. So I'm going to go back and click on my technical pen or my Sharpie tool. So when I go back to make my circle now on my tablecloth, it should appear in the Sharpie line. Now I'm going to go back up to the colors, and if I go up to those 4 lines, I can move my circle over to the left a little bit. It was a little too far over. I'm going to get a color for my plate now, so I'm going to go and pick like a darker blue. Then I'm going to go up to that paint tool, that paint bucket up at the top, and I'm going to tab in my circle and color that plate in blue. And then I'm going to go ahead and make my pizza, because I chose pepperoni pizza as my favorite food for my still life. So I'm going to get black again, and I'm still on my technical pen because I just want a nice straight solid line. If I go up to the shape tools, I can choose the straight line shape, and I'm going to come down to my plate and make a triangle on it for a slice of pizza. When I make the triangle, I want to make sure my lines do touch because I can fill this in with a paint bucket later, and if they're not touching, it will mess up my artwork. So I've made my triangle, and now I'm just going to draw the crust. So I'm going to click off of that shape tool and come down and just use my drawing tool and make a nice crust for it. Pepperoni is my favorite, so I'm going to go ahead and draw some pepperonis onto my pizza. When I'm done with that, I am going to go up to my color tool, and I'm going to choose a nice brown for my crust. And then I can go to my paint bucket tool at the top and just fill that crust in by tapping it. Now I'm going to get a nice deep red for pepperoni colors and fill those pepperonis in. And then cheese, we can't forget the cheese. So I'm going to go find yellow and fill that in on my pizza to make the cheese. In my still life, I'm also going to put some silverware. So I'm going to put like a spoon and a fork on there. I got black, but when I go to draw, I'm still on my paint bucket tool, so it fills in the whole thing. Make sure you click off of that paint bucket tool first so that you're just on your technical pen to draw with. And to make my spoon, I'm going to do like a shorter oval top on the shorter oval shape on the top, and then like a long stretched out oval shape for the handle. And then I'm going to make a fork next to that. And I'm just making sure the lines touch because I'm going to go back in and choose like a gray or silver color to fill my silverware in with the paint bucket tool. You can do whatever your favorite food is. Set up your picnic table, your picnic blanket, however you'd like for your still life. Once you're done, go to that T at the top and add your name. Now when I added my name, I looked down and I noticed that it is in red, and I cannot see red on that red background. So if I go up to the rainbow circle at the top, I can choose black, and that will show up a lot better. When I'm done, I can go up to the top and hit done, and then I'm going to go to my 3 lines and save it to my gallery. Make sure you turn this into canvas so that I can see your artwork.